Hey guys, welcome back to Hatchets Hooch. I'm Hatchet. We got Matt with us today. What's up, Matt?
Not much, man. How's it going?
Man, I'm at Club Herman drinking liquor.
That's the truth.
That's wonderful, ain't it?
It's always a good day, Club Herman.
And today is a big day.
It's a big day.
For
very
2
years,
years,
big day.
man, we've been wanting to drink this.
Yes, this is 2 years in the making. If you can go back to the 2017 year-end review, this was spoke of at that point, like we were going to shoot it 2018, and we never did.
So we had the 1792 small batch back when we had the original bar that was here with the chair wine sign.
Yep.
And since that time, we've been through a lot of changes here.
A lot of changes.
Now, we really like that 1792 small batch, and at the end of the year review, that was the one we thought was the best all year long, and we sat here and reported. Me, you, and Johnson talked about it. We had a good time.
Yep.
And I went out and I found a single barrel.
Nice.
And it was hard to find here in North Carolina, but I did find it.
A lot of things are hard to find here in North Carolina.
Right. I think this one was $40, which is not bad.
No, we've had a lot higher.
A lot higher. But it's been sitting on my shelf just waiting, saying, please drink me, please drink me. And I've been putting it off. Because we have so much other crap here to drink.
God bless her so much.
And we've been drinking it. But today's the day, man.
Nice.
Let's open it up. Now, 1792 is a very good bourbon. And if you'll remember, I think in November, their warehouse collapsed.
Yeah.
Sad days. I think there was like 10,000 53-gallon barrels of bourbon just collapsed and busted and run down the hill into the Ohio River. That's awful, man. And that just happened also again with Jim Beam. It caught on fire and a whole warehouse went down. So it's sad, man. That's a lot of bourbon. That was who knows how long aged already.
No kidding.
It could have been sitting there 4 years already.
4 or 6 years in.
And then lose all 10,000 barrels. That's 53 gallons apiece.
Man, I can. Okay, this is gonna be good, dude. Like I can smell this from 18 inches away from my face. I can smell it.
Well, it looks pretty.
It really does.
I don't think it's been aged any extra. The single barrels are just, they went and sampled and said, okay, this one's better than the others. We're not going to blend it.
Yeah, this is an exceptional barrel.
So it's not been aged any longer. But it is one of the better ones. Now, the barrel rotation they were doing for a while, they would take a barrel and they'd put it in the top left of the warehouse and then they'd bring it down to the middle and move the barrels. But I don't remember who it was, but it was like, why don't we just blend all the barrels together and then they come together and we have a good product, a good blend. So that's what they do with the small batch.
Yeah.
But now the single barrel, they just find one barrel in the warehouse that tastes exceptionally well than the others, and then they just barrel that one into like 80, 100 bottles. So let's nose it.
There's a good bit of heat to that, like alcohol burn to that. So.
And I don't think the proof's any different. It's a 98.6. So I think that is a little different.
A little bit high.
Than the small
a little bit
batch.
higher than some of the others.
Yeah.
It's definitely got some sweet caramel tones to it. You do have to blow the alcohol out of it to be able to get the smells.
Definitely the caramel. I want to say butterscotch, but that's caramel.
Yeah, it's definitely caramel.
And vanilla.
Yeah.
And that's always that good all-around bourbon smell.
Yeah.
This one was excellent, and the Woodford Reserve is an excellent smell on it. But this one being so high, it's got a lot of alcohol in it. So.
It's probably going to be pretty hot to start with, and I'm sure that it's going to dumb down a good bit and be able to really taste those, the intricacies of it that we loved the last time that we tasted it. So,
yeah. Nowhere near as hot as I expected.
Nope.
I mean, it lingers there. The burn lingers, but it's not a heavy burn.
I inhaled
all that vapor.
I inhaled all the vapor.
I got good butterscotch flavor. There was no smell of it, but the flavor's there.
The flavor's there, and then just the charred oak is very, 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 very prevalent.
Yeah, it's like charcoal. the vanilla comes through on the front end, but it doesn't stay.
No, it hits and then dissipates very quick.
And I think the last one I thought we were tasting some citrus, but I don't
get that this time.
No, I don't see that on this.
But that could be part of the blending because it could be the
From
location of that barrel created them tannins that just made it perfect.
Sure. But this one at 98 proof, that heats. I mean, I've had vodkas that are 70 that just burn you slam up.
Yeah.
And this one's just. I mean, it's got some heat to it.
There is some heat to it, but
it's nowhere near bad.
And it's really not the heat that gets you; it's the alcohol vapor after you drank it.
About made a tear come to your eye.
It was close. It about got me.
That's pretty good hot, but this will tell the tale here. Now, my buddy Merle told me about this one years ago.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey man, you ever get any 1792? I'll help you drink it." He's like, "It's kind of hard to come by, but man." Now they've also got a sweet wheat.
Oh, I bet that's really good.
I've read it's really good. There's also a full proof, which is barrel proof, and then there's one more.
Barrel proof?
Yes, and I want to say it's probably 124, I think.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
That's.
But all those barrel proofs are so high, but when you water them down, man, the proof comes down and the flavors really just come out.
They do. They amp up really fast.
So
it's good.
But there's one more, 4 grain. No, that's A.E.H. Taylor. There's another 1792. I can't remember what it is, but we can just barely find these.
We're not gonna smell it first. Oh man, the sweetness really went way up.
Yeah, it's really just all sweet.
Vanilla.
Like a corn sweetness.
I smell that too, yeah.
Yeah, from that mash bill. The vanilla's there.
The vanilla's there.
I don't get the caramel though.
The caramel dissipated. It's gone. The alcohol burn is completely gone. That alcohol smell is completely vanished.
Which, with a good quality bourbon like that, it's going to most of the time. But at 98, oh man,
that smells really good.
Yeah. Drink it all day long, man. No burn whatsoever. No heat at all. No vapor. Lots of flavor.
That's good.
Yeah. The vanilla went way down, but the sweetness of it.
The sweetness intensified exponentially. Like
it's almost overpowering sweet.
It really is.
Yeah.
So.
And then that charcoal flavor, the smokiness of it. Man.
The smoke flavor is still very prevalent, and that's kind of what you want. I mean, you want to have that oaky flavor, and then just some sort of underlying sweetness to create the perfect. And that's why they picked this.
Right.
That's why this barrel got picked over all the others.
It seems like that sweetness is coming back too, like way after it's gone.
Now I will say that on the very, very back, I do have a little bit of bitter, like what you would get from orange zest or a zest of. So I get that. Yeah. Maybe that's kind of what we touched on then.
And maybe it was when we iced it down before we tasted it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. We'd have to review that video, but yeah. So there's a little bit of bitterness on the back side after everything else is kind of faded. You kind of get that little bit of bitterness, like a orange zest or a lemon zest.
Yeah,
it's like orange.
It's more orange. It's more bitter lemon than it is lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is not a complex bourbon. I mean, it's cheaper. It's $40. As where you get that E.H. Taylor, the Angel's Envy. You had sections of the flavors, and this one's not like that, but it's really good.
It is really good.
It's very good. I mean, it's starting to get a complexity. You've got your sweetness and then your smokiness. If they'd let it age a little bit longer, it'd probably get better.
Yeah,
but it's still great.
It's still great, and then if you think about it, I really don't know. We'd have to go back again to review that video, but the small batch may be the way to go with this because you're gonna get more complex. You're gonna get more complexity with it overall instead of just a single barrel flavor. You're gonna have. Right. You may have some other notes here and there that'll kind of come in to play a little bit.
And every batch is a little different too.
Exactly.
So. This one's great, man. At 98.6. Is that what it was?
I think that's what you said.
98.6, man. That's like. It's gonna
It's
light you up.
That's very, very close to the E.H. Taylor. I mean, it
100 proof, yeah.
bonded it or bottled in bond. So.
Sure. Man, that one's good. Now, you know, every single barrel is different. Some of them are kind of duds, and some of them are, you know, exceptionally well. I think this was probably in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
No.
It's not, you know, it's not real complex either. So, but I could sit here and drink it all day on ice.
Yeah.
Man,
You and me both.
it goes down so smooth and so quick.
It's good stuff.
For $40, would you mix it?
You could, but you don't need to.
Not when you can buy $12 Ezra Brooks and mix it. You know, it's 90 proof. There's so many cheaper ones to mix with. I wouldn't do it, especially not the single barrel.
Mix all day.
Yeah, and it's good to drink straight too. But
Yeah.
you know, mixing the cheaper stuff. I think it would make a good old fashioned.
I know it would.
Yeah, and that is mixed a little, but not so much.
Yeah, it's just a little sweet and sour on top of it. You're good.
You get your bourbon flavor mostly.
Yeah,
but
it's
I wouldn't
more
want to mix it
prevalent.
in Coke or Sundrop.
No, I mean you could, but again, there's a lot of other cheaper stuff that you can dilute.
Sure.
If you're just wanting to dilute, you just
can
dilute
dumb
it
down,
with something
yeah.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Now, 1792, I've not had anything bad from them at all. The price is a little high. You know, the small batches is right there along with Maker's Mark. It's well worth it, you know, but it has its own unique flavor.
Exactly.
The single barrel is just a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it with that 98.6 proof.
Oh yeah.
Man, you would
Bang
take
for the
many of
buck.
these.
No. You don't need. Yeah, you won't need to do too many rounds with this guy before you're feeling it really good.
Now, they've got bottled and bond like Evan Williams, cheaper stuff, Jim Beam.
Yeah.
You're not going to compare the flavors from those to this.
No.
I mean,
No.
it's much better on this. So, you recommend it?
Definitely.
Definitely pick a bottle up. I mean, if you can find it, man, it's great. Maybe not as complex as I was hoping, but it's still really good, smooth, sweet, smoky.
Yeah, it still hits all the right notes. It's just not as complex as some of the other stuff that we've tried.
Sure, but it's not as expensive.
That's
as some of
true.
the other stuff too.
That's
So,
true.
Get what you pay for,
Yeah,
bourbon.
when you get closer to $70, $80 for a fifth, you know,
Kinda expect
you
more.
kind of expect a little bit more out of it. But at $40 a fifth, definitely try it
Yeah.
if you've got it available in your area. Which, you know, it's like everything else. Not everything is easy to get here in North Carolina.
And especially after losing 10,000 barrels, it may become a rarity, you know, for a while to
Could
replace
be.
that. So, anyway, 1792 is great. Get out there and try it, and please don't mix it. If you do, that's fine. But man, it's so good by itself.
That's right.
Anything to add?
No.
All right. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Hatchets Hooch, and we'll catch you next time. Like and